Okay, so this is part 2 of that first video I made. I'm awake. So I wanted to make a part 2 because there was some things that I left out. Um, the first thing I wanted to say, because I made a mistake on one of the words I said about going to church and not going to church dressed disrespectful. I think I said um, respect when I should have said disrespect. You don't want to disrespect the house of the Lord. Because I mean, you of course, if you love yourself, you're gonna respect the Lord and His house. Um, the second thing I wanted to add that I left out is the term that's in the Bible, do unto others as you will have them do unto you. I think the reason so many of us miss the mark with that because they, we really don't go deep enough to see into what that is saying. Because, see, when Jesus spoke in the Bible, he spoke in parables. So, therefore, since my spiritual awakening, and I mean, just here recently, I've always, thought that I treat people the way I want to be treated, and that was enough. But when you really go deeper into what that is saying, check this out. This is what God showed me. So when you say for instance, take this example. Um, I had a friend girl, right? That we used to go to the store and we go to the store, she would be in there putting on lotion. She would open them folks stuff up and put on lotion and in there spraying a perfume and I mean opening up candy and chips and stuff, eating them and putting it back on the shelf, things like that. And so when she would do that, it's telling God that it's okay for people to treat me like that. That's actually what you're saying. So when the Bible say do unto others as you would have them do unto you, that's what it means. That's looking at it from a whole different perspective. Even though it's saying the same thing, it makes the picture more broader. And this is how we create our own reality. When we treat people a certain way and we know it's wrong, we tell God or the universe or whoever you worship, I don't know and I don't care. But all I'm saying is when you lie to people, when you take from other people and the way karma works, it's not going to even come back to you in the same form because energy never dies. It just changes forms. So therefore, when you send that negative energy out, when it comes back to you, it may not come back to you in the same form that it went out. You know, you could get up one morning and cuss everybody out in the house and kick the dog and curse out the mailman or whatever it is you do. But for everything that you done that you know was wrong, because see, here's the thing. When you do it and you know it's wrong, you can expect it to come back a whole lot stronger and powerful than it did before you sent it out. And so that's why, people say, well, if God loved me, why he let this happen and why he let that happen? God didn't let none of that happen, baby. God is still standing there holding you up. He trying to show you the mistakes that you're making. When you lie to other people, say for instance, and I mean I'm talking about a simple little nothing lie. Say for instance, you in your room and you just fell asleep and you're supposed to be taking the kids to the movies tonight. And the kids are waiting on you to get up and take them to the movies, but you tired and you really don't feel like going. So, I mean, even though you told the kids you were going and now you don't feel like going. So, I mean, pretty much you been lied to the kids about going to the movies. And so, therefore, when you lie, even a little lie like that, when you lie, and then you knew you wasn't gonna take them anyway. That makes it even worse. So, or some of these parents that don't go see their kids and they tell them that they coming to see them when they know they wasn't coming to see them to begin with. That's a good one. They know they wasn't coming to see the kids or bringing them whatever or whatever it is the case. Whatever the case, when you intentionally or deliberately lie, that same stuff is gonna come back on you. And this is how we create our own destiny. We create it by what we put out, the energy we put out. So if something in your life, if you look around and there's something you don't have that you think you ought to have, you don't have it because you blocking it. You're blocking it. Nobody else is blocking it. You only don't have it because you're not trying hard enough to get it. And so, like I said, when I started to look at, what I was creating in my own life and realized that I could change my own path. Because, see, if you know the Bible, you know that anything God ever created in this world, He spoke it. He spoke it. And so, therefore, if God lives in us and we are God's and we are heirs of God, we are God's children, we are one with God, why do I have to wait and suffer and stress for anything? All I got to do is create it. Just create it, whatever you want. And how you create it? In your mind. Because this is how we serve the Lord. In your mind. And the world been having you thinking you gotta break your neck and try to save and see this what the rich people do. This what they do. They created. See, they already knew this stuff. A lot of because see their families, it's some things about them that they already knew. I mean, based on how you came up, you know, and then that's why God had to wake us up because a lot of people don't know that whatever you want in life, you speak it because the Bible tells us that the tongue only speaks two languages: life and death. So either you gonna speak life into your life or you gonna speak death into your life. And if you sitting back all the time talking about what's going on in your life, what you see, you gonna keep getting what you get because you keep speaking about what you got. You got to create your own destiny. And see, this is what visionaries do. You can't sit up and speak. The Bible tells you too. Uh, dang, I don't know. I don't know, but y'all know. Some of y'all know. The verse is speak those things that as though they were, not what they are. Speak life as though it was. The way you want it to be. Don't talk about the way it is. Because long as you talking about what it is, you're going to keep getting what it is. And so when I come into this realization that this is what was happening in my life, I'm only getting what I'm looking at. So I had to start looking at some different things. So, I've been around, the United States. I've never been outside the United States, but I'm gonna be going soon, very soon, because God already showed me. Actually, I ain't even finna get into that. But anyway, um, what I was saying is, we create our own destiny, and I have gone to some pretty nice places here in the U.S. I've lived in some really nice areas, nice homes. I always had, some of the best. Uh, living that my money can afford, and I mean that's all I knew, and I mean he always gave me the best. I always had, really nice furniture, really nice houses, um, nice cars. I mean, I never had, $100,000 cars or anything like that, but it's on the way. He already showed me it's on the way, but I mean, this is too big for where I could have ever imagined he was trying to take me. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, to know that I have these abilities to heal people, you know, um, not only can I heal, and all this is through him. It's not me. It's not, miraculous Sherry or nothing like that. It's just me following what God telling me to do and where He want me to be. And so, like I say, when He showed me the abilities that I have, because at first it started with the dreams. It was dreams. And then it was visions. And then I saw my guardian angel. And I mean, it's just been one little thing here and there after another. And now I see why all of it had to happen. And my clairvoyance kicked in where I'm just reading people's energy, just telling them about their lives and how they need to go by fixing this. And I mean, people I had never met before a day in my life. And it was mind blowing for me, because I didn't know I had these abilities. And, like I said, I knew I had dreamed dreams before, but I didn't know I could just walk up to people or people walk up to me and I start telling them about different stuff going on with their family life. And, I mean, this is not typical day to day stuff. Uh, I just had a client to come in the other day, and I had told him something that God told me about a situation that he was having with one of his vehicles. Gosh, had pointed it out to me one day before he was leaving, and I had forgot all about it. I told him about it because he hadn't been back in the office for about 2 months, and so I really had forgot about it. I had told him, and so when he come in the other day, he told me, he said, "Oh my gosh, I had to be told off, and I'm like, wow, wow. I had forgot all I even mentioned it to him, and God had me doing different healing techniques on myself, and I do healing techniques on my clients. But what I found that was so miraculous is that I could do it over the computer. I don't even have to be right there present with you. All I got to do is visualize you in my mind and whatever it is I'm going to do to you. And that's what's so beautiful to me. It's just beautiful. I could, I mean, I've been laying in the bed and I see a vision. I mean, oh my God. I'm like, oh my goodness, where the phone at? Let me call her and tell her what I just, God just showed me, because this could be important. Or let me call him and share with him. And sometimes they listen. Sometimes they listen. But for those that don't, you know, you know who you are. But it's beautiful. I love what I'm doing. I mean, I love the fact that I could just know that all I need to do is stay lined up with who God say I am. And I mean, He wants the same thing for all of us. It's not just for me. He gave all of us this ability. That's what's so great about it. And I mean, like I said, I started out. I mean, I wasn't expecting none of this, but I started out fasting and detoxing. And I mean, then, all the journey I've been through, it was time. And I think, he would have given it to me 10 years ago, but I was too busy trying to find love in all the wrong places. And I was giving up on the one true love that's been there the whole time. Not just through this lifetime, but so many other lifetimes. And I know that he has been there with me through other lifetimes. Because look, check this out. I don't care what nobody think about me or what nobody think about what I'm about to say or this path I'm on, this journey I'm on, because I know I'm awake now. And so for those that's not awake, if you don't believe what I'm saying, then go to another channel. That's all I can say. But one day I was meditating. Oh, Lord, yes, Lord, that's the most crucial thing. Don't let me leave out meditating. Very important, people. Breath work, meditation. So I'm sitting there one day and I'm meditating. Meditate. When I finally got into that state and I closed my eyes, when I tell you, I saw his face. I saw his face. Well, but I can't describe his face. All I could describe is the outline of his face. And one of the things he said to me, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is going on? This is what I'm thinking. And so I hear the Lord say to me, and I don't even think we said it. We talked in words. It was like his spirit spoke to me, even though I was in the vision and I could see me there with him. We never opened our mouth and said anything. But I could remember after coming out of the meditative state, um, he said to me, I missed you. I missed you. Miss me. I'm like thinking to myself, I don't know what to say. That's what I said. That's what I said it through my spirit though. I said, I don't know what to say. And the Lord said, you don't have to say anything. And he got up and he walked to the back. When he came back, he gave me a white robe. He gave me a white robe. And when he gave me the robe, I put it on. And it was like I turned into a dove. and flew away. And that's when I came out of the meditative state. It was the coolest thing. And I just been trying to figure out. Well, I pretty much got it now, you know, after the day, after I realized I'm awake. And that's what he been trying to do. Wake me up. And now I see everything so much clearer, so much different. My purpose in life, how everything is counted all joy. My mama, my daddy, my children, my grandchildren, my flaws, my ups and downs, my good and bad, sick and well, with and without, beneath and above, all of it. Joy. Woo! If y'all just understood. But you know what? We all go through something. We all go through something. And I just want to take the time out to let the world know. Count it all joy. Because it's going to take whatever it is you're going through to make you who you are. I'm not saying stay in a destructive situation and don't try to better yourself. That's not what I'm saying. Not at all. Mm-mm. No, but I just want you to know that whatever you're going through, when it's all over, it's all going to be for the glory of God. That's just beautiful. Do y'all not see how beautiful that is? That's sweeter than the sweetest candy I ever tasted. That's hotter than the hottest fire I ever tasted. That's colder than the coldest ice, or blows harder than any wind, goes deeper than any valley. It stands higher than any mountain. I mean, I could go on and on about the goodness of God. But, you know, I kind of used to hesitate about making these videos because I used to want to do it, periodically, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to talk about. But now that I'm making it, it just seems like the words just get to flowing and flowing and flowing. And you know what? I can feel good about myself. I feel good about making these videos and about teaching and training and learning, letting y'all allowing y'all to learn how I woke up. I think it's a testimony for me to let the world know how I woke up. You know what? When I first came into the awakening, I was kind of confused about how do I need to move with this, you know? Because this is a God given talent. So I'm thinking, wow, I need to go to church. I need to go get in the church. Whew, I gotta go get in the church. Because I didn't want to lose it. And I got to talking to God about it. And God said, let me just ask you this one thing. He says, when I gave you your talents, your gifts, when you moved into the realization that all of this was happening, were you going to church? I'm like, well, no, I really wasn't going to church. I mean, I sit at home and I watch church on television all the time and online, and every once in a while I go to church and pay tithes and offerings and might send a online donation to whatever ministry I'm looking at online or on TV. And he says, when you started speaking in tongues, were you in the church? I said, no, I wasn't in the church. I mean, I was going periodically here and there, but I always kept it in my heart. That's the difference. Just because I wasn't in that building, he was always in my heart. I wasn't always doing what I was supposed to do, but I knew one day I was going to get it together. Just didn't know when. I always thought I needed a man to do it, to complete it. But I was looking for the wrong man. So anyway, um, he says to me, you gonna miss what I got for you if you keep on thinking that you got to praise and worship me the way the world say you. He said, I have been perfectly satisfied with who you are. When I chose you because I knew what you was going to have to go through. All of that was designed to bring you into your gift, your purpose. If you had never gone through any of that, there's no way you could know who you are today. And today I can truly say that I'm more than just a conqueror. Oh, yes, Lord. But let me tell you, see, look at that. You feel me right there? Okay then. So what I'm saying is, see, he already know that I am gonna be who I am. And it's gonna be certain places he gonna take me that I may have to clean it up a little bit, but I could still be me. You know, I could still be me. And I could be cool with that. I'm cool with that today, man. I ain't got to try and dress a certain way or wear my hair a certain way or talk a certain way or act a certain way to get people to accept me. Because you know what? If God be for me, who could be against me? And see, that's all y'all got to know, man. Who you are in God. Who God say that you are. That's what's going to make all the difference. Get in that word. And look, God says, for a lot of y'all that probably don't understand the Bible or understand God's word or whatever, God already knew that. So therefore, just open up your heart. And he already said in his word that in the last days, you ain't even got to know that Bible because he going to write his word down in your heart. So here is the key to life. If y'all want it, here it is. Because I'm 46 years old. And I have been through so much mess. But here's the key. And I can't say it enough. Love yourself. I can't say it no plainer. I mean, love yourself. And you can't say that you love yourself if you're doing wrong by somebody else. Because, like I said earlier, you only give God and the universe the okay to allow people to treat you the same way. You created people. You created. And then you go through life and you be like, I ain't never cheated on him. I ain't never lied to him. I ain't never did him wrong. I ain't never did nothing to him. But you at work cussing out everybody. The boss can't get you to do nothing. You cussing out everybody in traffic. You lying to the kids. I mean, you creating whatever is going on. Oh my God, y'all don't realize it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Goes so much deeper than what we've been believing. Mm. If people could just wrap their mind around that, you'll change your whole life. Your whole life. And whatever you want in life, you create it by speaking it. You ain't even got to speak it out your mouth. Because like the Bible say, just as a man think in his heart, so is he. So if you believe in your heart that you are already rich and that all your problems all your fears, all your doubts, worry, stress, everything. If you believe that it was already dealt with before you got here and you know this, and you start walking in that light, that's what's going to show up in your life. But as long as you walking in this fear and this darkness, that's what's going to show up in your life. And that's how television and radio and these idols out here in the world steals your mind and your joy and your purpose in life because you think you gotta have the freshest gear. You think you gotta have every pair of new tennis shoes come out. When you need to be out here sowing a seed. Yes, I said it. Sow a seed. And sowing a seed don't always mean. Now, if you out here and you splurge and you got money to do that, hey, any man that sow much, he reap much. You sow little, you reap little. So true. Now, it's laws in the universe. I think this law is called the law of God. I posted it on my page. Uh, cost something like that. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's a lot of different laws in the universe, and um, man, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know what it is. I just can't call it anyway. But once you start to line up with these laws and see how those laws of the universe and the things that's in the Bible line up and go hand in hand, man, you're going to see life on a whole different level. Because, see, life as we always have known it is the 3D. That's the 3D dimension. But when you wake up to life and realize your purpose and your calling, you come into that 5D energy. Because, see, everything that you thought was wrong in your life, you start to see that what was right. It had to happen. It had to. And that's that 5D energy. And I just try to keep raising my vibrations and my consciousness. And for a while there, I was on that vegan diet, that raw vegan diet, and I probably will go back over to it for a little while, doing my fast and my detox, because it really opened me up. It really did. And but now that I'm resonating on the different vibrations, the food and stuff don't block me like it used to. And I pretty much gone back to just eating a regular diet now, you know? And if I think that something is not good for me, for as meats and stuff, I pray over it, and it works. Oh my God, y'all, prayer works. It works. I never used to pray over my food. I hate to say it, but the only time we prayed over the food is on holidays. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shoot. But just to pray over your food makes all the difference. And I just want to keep on sharing these videos with y'all because I really need people to talk to about this type of stuff. I don't always have people to talk to, and I know of only one other female that going through the spiritual awakening. She actually started going through it about a year before I actually started going through it, and we both Geminis, and she is strong headed, and I'm strong headed, and I love her to death because she has taught me a lot, and I just think we on different paths, and God bless her, and I pray her strength in the Lord. But anyway, um, I mean, this is a beautiful thing, man. I can't wait, and there's so many people around the world that is waking up to this energy, to this vibration, and I just pray and hope that one day we all will wake up to our higher calling and who we are and who we were called to be, and that we all reach our highest purpose, because all this poverty and stuff that's going on in the world, God is too big for this. God is too big for this. God have already paved the way for us. But until you wake up to that energy, you'll never go after it. You'll continue to live like a slave. And if you're a child of God, you can't live like that. You got to start seeing life in a different light. You can't say that you are a child of God and you living in poverty and you struggling and you sick and you barely can get up out the bed in the morning. And I mean, I'm not just saying this type of stuff to be talking about people. No, I'm telling you what the Spirit is saying to me right now. You cannot say that God lives within you and you walking around sick, stressed out, depressed. You are not living for God. You are living for the world. Because see, when God come into you and he really ain't you, your whole world gonna change. You ain't gonna see, man, you can't live in that stress. You cannot live in that. I mean, you could be in it and come out, but you can't rest in it, is what I'm saying. You can't rest in it. Because the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, is so powerful. God said, I'm too big for this. I own everything. Everything is mine. Everything in the world belongs to me. So if men of the world can give their kids good gifts, what more would your Father in heaven give to you? Oh my God, that breaks my heart when I hear words like that, because we were never taught this. We were never taught it. I mean, maybe we were, but until he cut away the fat, it circumcised your ear, you can't hear what the Spirit is trying to say. And so, like I said, I can't blame nobody else for what I don't know or didn't know. Maybe it just wasn't my time to know it. And I'm not saying I know everything. I only know what God tells me and what He shows me. And it's just been so much. And I'm just so excited to know that He has set me on this path, this journey, to be able to help so many other people. And I just want to be able to do that and be real about it, because I can't help somebody else if I'm lying about it, because I create my own destiny. So when I'm lying to you about who I am, then I pose a chance of bringing that same negative energy back to me in so many different forms. So if you want to rid yourself of that type of energy and those vibrations, start being a higher version of who you are and who God called you to be and who He says that you are. Because you'll never know who you are trying to live through the eyes of who the world think that you should be. Because I mean, if you look at it, the media changed so much. So much. I mean, one day this is a trend and a fad. The next day, that's yesterday's news. So you can never compete with who the world say that you are. You're just wasting time. And see, what we don't realize is that when we wasting time, after a while, God get tired. And when God get tired, that's when your time runs out. So don't keep on trying to repeat these cycles, because, like I said, we have been here so many lifetimes. And I know that we have, because for God to tell me He missed me, I had to have been with Him at one point in time, or many times. And so He just been waiting on me to wake up. I mean, it's crazy, y'all. It's so crazy, but I love this stuff, man. Oh my God. I could just hit myself for slowing around like this, because I remember 10 years ago, right after I got out of massage therapy school, all these same ideas. Some things, I mean, like, well, with the spiritual healing part, I thought about quantum touch, healing touch. Uh, it was another one that I was going to go into. I think it starts with an R, but I can't think of what it is. But I was on the right path then. If I had just kept going, I would have been so much further along. But because I was trying to live my life through the eyes of other people, I could never reach what God was trying to give to me. When I tell y'all this stuff make me want to jump up and start dancing all over my front yard, but I ain't gonna show out like that today, because God know how. Me and Him cut up. We gets down, baby. Ain't no playing around with my God. When we go into worship, baby, it's like a Holy Ghost party all day long. From the time my eyes open up in the morning to the time I go to sleep. We we listen to sermons, um, the music, or uh, something I'm reading, BibleGateway.com. I mean, it's so many different ways and levels that, you know, once before, a lot of people that didn't understand the Bible or couldn't read the Bible or didn't know what, they could only believe what other people would tell them about God. But now it's so many different avenues to God. So there's really no excuse for not reading your Bible, or at least trying to connect with His Word. And so, I mean, when I'm worshiping, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. No television, no TV, no phone. I mean, if I'm on a sermon, and it's on TV, of course. But any outside distractions, and that's what I love about my daughter, Bethany. She don't bother me. When I'm in there and I'm in worship and I'm speaking in tongues and I'm moving and hollering and praising God and we doing our thing, having our Holy Ghost party around here, she don't bother me. And if God give me a message and I feel excited enough to share it with her, I go in there and I share it with her. And I mean, hey, it's just mama praising God. That's all. Because the Bible says, train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they're older, they won't part from it. So therefore, when she gets older and she finds herself in a situation like some of those situations that I was in, when I thought that, it was time, for me to go and I didn't want to live anymore, and all these terrible, terrible things that I thought about myself, I'm not saying that she's gonna go through those things, but because I mean she is my child, and you know, my DNA lives in her, and I'm just hoping that she never had to go through any of the stuff I had to go through. But maybe God will take her on a different path, but whatever path she chooses, it's okay with me because we all have to find our own path. But if she finds herself in this situation, she'll know that she always got somebody she could turn to when nobody else is around. That's God Almighty. That's all you need. That's all you need, baby. Is the Lord on your side. Like that, what is that? That government, that the man with the white beard and hat, Uncle Sam. They say, wait a minute, I think it's about the army. The army wants you. Well, God wants you. Remember that when you're going through what you're going through. Because if you just open your heart up and say, Lord, I can't do this no more. I cannot do it no more. Right when you ready to throw up your hands and give up, that's when God gonna swoop in with his angel holding you up with their wings. Oh my God, do you see how beautiful that is? Oh my God, can you picture that? Swoop in and they pick you up. You done fell out. trying to take an overdose or something. Want to just end it all. This is it. All right. And the angels come in and knock the bottle of pills out your hand. And when they knock them out your hand, then you you lay there in a daze, you in a deep sleep or whatever. And when you wake up, they got you held up on their wings, holding you up, bringing you into a new direction, a new light. I mean, you gotta visualize, people. You gotta use your imagination. If you can use your imagination to create bad stuff, you can use your imagination to create great stuff. That's what God did. When He got ready to create something, He created it with His mind. He thought about it, because think about it, folks. Anything in life that's ever created was a thought. There got to be a thought in your mind first. So if you're creating bad things with your thought, which is called manifestation, the law of manifestation, um, you create good things. Same stuff, same principles, same principles. So therefore, one of the things I liked about listening to T.D. Jakes, because God had me on a mission, and one of the main leaders that I listened to in these 10 years that I've been on this journey, T.D. Jakes was my number one guy. And then finally, Bill Winston came in, and Reverend Ike, and what is her name? Pastor Cindy Trim. Oh yes, baby. I had some good mentors, and so now I'm awake, so I get it now. And so, like I said, I just want to share with y'all how I did it. Can I share with y'all how I did it? And as long as I'm on this journey, I'm gonna keep on sharing with y'all. I'm gonna keep sharing with you, because I think we're gonna go somewhere with this. I really think I'm gonna help somebody, and that's my purpose. Is to know I help. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but the whole world if I can. Because I want everybody to do what they came here to do. Because everything else is a lie. If we're not doing what we came here to do, everything else is a lie. Well, again, I do want to say that do unto others as you will have them do unto you. But be careful with that now. Be careful with that.